What up guys, Kevin here. You're looking at the Dualsense Edge, and this is my final thoughts on this guy. Am I keeping it? Am I keeping this controller? Or is it going back? Well, my first impressions, if you saw my video the other day, I was head over heels. I was over the moon with this controller because it feels so good in my palms. It feels so good. It does really give me that DualShock 4 feel, because the DualShock 4 is basically a DualSense but smaller, and I love it. I love that. However, actually gaming with this over the last couple days, I just have some minor annoyances, and really it just comes down to the price. This is a $200 controller. That is what I spent $200 for, and at the end of the day, is this $200, or you should say an extra, $130 more worth than this guy here, my purple DualSense, just regular DualSense controller? Absolutely not. And in fact, I think I prefer this controller more than this, even if they were the same price. Now you get some more bells and whistles with this guy. But let me just go over my complaints. First off, besides the battery's awful, but for me, not an issue, just because I only game 2-3 hours at most. And I'm still playing a lot of PS4 games. I was playing Atelier Sophie 2 yesterday, so. But the weight of this controller bothers me. It's, I wouldn't say it's a heavy controller. It just feels, is it? I don't know. Let me check. They do feel about the same, but actually, I don't know. I think the regular DualSense just has a better weight distribution throughout the entire controller, where, like, I can especially feel it in the handles here, the weight in the handles. Which kind of makes sense, because I do think they are a bit smaller. But something about the weight of this controller, which is, I'm not going to say is awful, because I think 99.9% of people are not going to have an issue. They're going to think it's probably perfect. This guy, I don't know. It does feel a little bit lighter, and yeah, it does. I just like it. I just like the weight. I'm a skinny, frail boy, so yeah. I just love light controllers. I love the PS3 controller, just how light it is and just how much I can palm that bitch. But yeah, just using it I can just feel it right away. It's a little bit heavier. I don't know why, because it has a smaller battery. I know, probably some extra plastic and better materials, I bet. And they got those two levers right here as well to take these out. But that was one issue. And another issue, this might even be the biggest issue, which was a selling point, were these, I would call them rubberized grips. These more like felt grips. They feel felt. They feel kind of fuzzy. And though, it's kind of comfortable, but it just feels warm and fuzzy, and then my fingertips get warm, and then the rest, I don't know. I just don't like the contrast from the smooth, just regular plastic like this, down to the fuzzy part right here. I don't know. It's just off-putting to me. It's just really off-putting. I didn't think it would, because I got this controller, which is going to stay the GOAT, which is my personal controller that I got with rubberized grip. Now it goes all the way around here. It's not in the front, but it's a good dividing point right here. This is a good dividing point where it rests on my upper palm right here. Yeah, that feels better. That just feels way better. And it's a rubber grip, which feels more natural for the controller than this kind of weird rubbery fuzzy feeling. I don't know. I don't like it. Now, another issue is, since it's being $200, I am babying the F out of it. It's like, it's an added stress. It's an added stress. I know that would go away the longer I will have this controller and it keeps up. But it's just like, oh my God, I spent $200 on this. Let me be gentle with everything. Whereas the Dualsense, yeah, it's expensive, like 70, 80 bucks. But you can get them on sale for like 50 when they do go on sale, which I'll probably end up doing because I am going to return this guy. I'll probably just get another $50 controller when they go back on sale for that price. But yeah, then the back paddles here, I try using them. I don't like them. I don't like them. These are my favorite. There's the others that go regular kind of bar ones that naturally rest on your, for me, my middle finger. These are a little bit better because you can palm it normally, but they still kind of press up against the back of your middle finger. And yeah, I don't know. I just found myself taking them out, and they come out pretty easily. And just using it as a regular Dualsense. And that's the thing, now it just becomes pretty much a regular Dualsense with weird felted, rubbery inside pads there. I do like the texture here. I think that will be something I miss on the triggers. The trigger stops, I don't need them. I just kept it normal. It just does feel good. But I think the ultimate issue as well is the symmetrical thumbsticks doesn't make, it's a Dualsense thing. It doesn't matter what controller it is. Yeah, I don't like it. Oh, just snapped in. I was wondering because it didn't snap in that last video. Now it snapped a couple days later. Yeah. Now it's just a regular controller I just spent an extra $130 for. Cool, it has a case and a few extra doodads, but to me, it's just not worth it. It's really nice. The light, at least when it's on, there's like a white light here. It's much nicer on this guy than compared to this, where it kind of bleeds across. That I can appreciate, but yeah. I mean, it's just a $200 Dualsense, not a Dualsense Edge for me. It's going back. It's going back. Now, I'm about to do my taxes. Maybe I'll get so much I just say screw it and keep it. But, yeah, it's a nice controller. It is definitely a little bit smaller. I don't know. I will say the bloated, this controller feeling a little bit more bloated, does make it a little bit easier for me to reach the sticks, which I can appreciate. But I think I'm going back to this guy. This guy is just as comfortable as a Dualsense gets, at least in early 2023. I know there's other controllers out there from third parties maybe I'll check out. I know there's a Razer one. I'm seeing reviews where people are calling that not really comfortable, and it doesn't have the Dualsense features, which I don't mind too much, but knowing that it is there, I want them. So there you have it. Sticking with the purple Dualsense. Plus it's purple, guy. Come on. It's purple. It's purple. That's another thing. This being white, it's like, it's going to get all greasy and Cheetos and Mountain Dew all over it. Because that's what us all gamers eat and drink, you know? Oh, this is the most perfect controller. A regular Series X controller with full rubber pads. Oh. All right, I'm done here. That is my wrap up on the Dualsense, my final thoughts. I'm giving it a return out of 10. Not bad, but I'm returning it. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you later. Later.